Welcome back, Founding Champions. It's Scott here with Founding Champions, where you are a Founding Champion too. And today, as you can tell by the title of the video, I have something that's very unusual. I don't normally talk about these things exactly. I more report the news and talk about, speculation and a lot of deckless videos and a little bit of gameplay. But I don't really voice my complaints too much. I do send, messages and stuff like that. Make sure that the complaints are heard and filed correctly. But publicly, complaints don't come around too often. And what's triggering this complaint is not only the complaint itself, and you know what I'm talking about by the title of the video, but I watched, or I listened to John's, Brian's, and Will's podcast. And if you haven't heard that already, go ahead and listen. Give it a listen. But they were talking about it, and I've seen it in some of the forums and chats that I lurk. Why do we not have a huge hype train? There's this new set coming out, right? This new set that's going to revitalize a lot of players, and that's going to be so awesome. It's going to nearly double our card pool, assuming that it's of a similar size. But why are we not talking about this? Why and specifically, why are there no previews? Why are we not even talking about previews coming out? The only thing we've been previewed was a corner of a card, or the top corner of it. And it's not the corner, the little top part, so that you can see it's an unaligned blessing. That's all we've seen. So we got an unaligned blessing coming in. Cool news, old news. That's all we've seen. We haven't seen anything else. I'm not making the complaint that I don't get to preview a card, and things like that, or they're not letting us preview cards. And a lot of other card games, they will reach out to community people, content creators, whatever, and they will be like, hey, do you want to preview this card, XYZ, whatever it is. This is something like all other card games do. It helps the game. It helps build hype. It helps the content creators, and it just builds more emphasis on the excitement of a new set coming out. Darn well near doubling the card pool. And they're just not doing it. It's just the same thing with the first set. This is a lot of players didn't know anything about it until suddenly it was there. Suddenly it came into existence to them. They had no idea. There was no build up, no ramp up. For example, I knew when the card game got first spoiled, it was spoiled at the last Warhammer world, okay? And it was at the very bottom of it was on the Warhammer's website, and you had to scroll all the way to the bottom, and it said, Playfusion is going to make us a Warhammer Champions Age of Sigmar based trading card game. And that was it. And that was it for months. And I had no idea about anything else. Finally, I heard a little bit more later. I'm like, okay, this is the real deal. I went to the Playfusion's website, which looks very different now, in my opinion, than it did when I was first looking at it. And, it was like, yeah, we've got something in the works. And it's just, we had no info whatsoever. I had no idea even about their first card game. So, this is especially a lot of American players. They don't even know Playfusion has 2 card games. What? Yeah, it does. A lot of people have no idea that it even came out. But so to outline, Playfusion is not hyping this next set. It's like why are they seemingly purposely giving themselves a slow start to a new set? You think they would maybe even themselves do the previews, maybe on their website, give traffic to somewhere. Wherever you put these previews is gonna have traffic. Put it on if you want people to go to the forums because they want to have a lot of official talk on the forums. Well, post it on the forum and maybe we'll get more forum attendance, more forum participation. If you want a certain Facebook page to have more players going to it, post it on the Facebook page. For some reason we have 3 Facebook pages. We have one, the Competitive Edge, because we wanted a competitive page, and now it's just sort of the general page. Most people talk and interact on that page. And then we have 2 other general pages. Thanks to Matt Cosmore for making a second one, for who knows what reason. Still beyond me. So we have 3 pages, and we have about 1,000 members per each of them. That doesn't equate to having 3,000 members. We have probably about 1,500. Not for example, but in contrast, hold on, let me gather my thoughts here. Transformers, the trading card game, has more people on its Facebook page than Warhammer Champions. Okay, Warhammer, this huge IP that's been around it's older than Magic the Gathering. It's been around for so long, and they can't even get up to 2,000 people on the page. But the Transformers TCG can. It's maddening. It's just, come on, Playfusion. What are you doing? Okay? I have not been shilling, this entire time. I've been talking, a lot of positive stuff about Playfusion. A lot of people have been giving me some flack. Oh, you're just saying that you like Playfusion. Playfusion can do no wrong. Playfusion can do wrong. Look at my second video, even my first video that I've ever made. First video's got 24 views. Second video's got like 250 or 300 views, whatever. I have complaints in those videos. I make complaints. I outline, hey, look. In the second video, I go, I do the box opening of a Founders pack. I'm like, look, these Founders foils are bent like potato chips. They're like little bananas in my, they're bent like this. Okay? Look at that. And, the normal cards are mostly fine, but the foils are terrible, And I was like, the foils are not good. And when I first opened it, everything was scattered everywhere. I never even opened it yet. So, I'm not just all positivity. What I don't like is doomspeak. Oh, the game's dying. Now, that's what I don't like. Because that's just opinion of nonsense. But, not to get too far from the point, Playfusion is missing out on a lot of opportunities to, showcase their game, build hype, which will also build revenue. Got it. The first set, maybe it didn't need it. But they also just printed so little. They could have just done that huge print run all at once. It probably saved money on bulk. They probably would have saved money on bulk. Because the more cards you make, the more you order, the cheaper it gets. That's just how the industry works. I almost cursed on the video. Maybe I will, because I'm just about to lose my mind right now. It's just that, look, we have some very, very consistent content creators, okay? They're like those guys that I was just talking about that made the podcast. Well, there's a pretty good media, a website, a community-run website has been made, which is probably now going to get more views than the Warhammer actual website. You can build a deck on that website, not like the, Warhammer website. You can't do that with a Playfusion Warhammer, the official website. You can't do that there. So, don't get me wrong. Playfusion is doing a lot of right things. They're trying to catch up. They had no idea that this was going to happen. But look, it's been a few months now. They've hired a lot of people. What is the deal? Look, in 24 hours, right, on a Saturday, I could just reach thousands of people. Okay, not via this YouTube channel, obviously, where all 30 of you, watch. But, you just go on blast. You just go boom, 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 boom. I see that they're trying. They've sent kits and cards and stuff to content producers, creators that are not Warhammer dedicated. They've sent it to other people, that do have, thousands upon thousands of views and thousands upon thousands of subscribers, which is good. That's what they should be doing. I don't know how much they paid to do that. Though I do know for Unsleeved Media, I forgot his name. I don't know. He talks a lot of negative stuff a lot. I don't watch him too much, but Unsleeved Media, if you search for him on YouTube, he has a video where Playfusion just sent him a Founders Kit. He's like, I just got this in the mail, and he can't stand Wizards of the Coast, which makes Magic the Gathering. He can't stand them. He got a lifetime ban from them for being basically toxic. Whether he did that or not, whatever, he was still toxic regardless. he got this box, and then he showed his 300,000 subscribers, his thousands upon thousands of viewers, and it seemed like they just gave him the box for free. So they probably only had to spend the cost of a box and shipping to send it to him. He's probably not spending any money on that, but still, Playfusion can just do so much more in getting the game out, getting the name of the game out, the name of the company out. They're putting out a great product. It's not a bad product. It's like, I almost feel like they're sort of hiding, like, oh, we don't want criticism or something like that. I don't know. It's like, oh, we don't want a lot of people looking at the game. No, it's a business. You want as many people looking at the game and buying this game as possible. You want to build as much hype as possible, because that guy who's going to buy 2 boxes of Set 2, Wave 2, you want him to buy 4 boxes. Instead of just him playing with his buddy and then him playing online primarily, you want him to have a whole play group of like 8 people. You want a dozen people at a shop playing this game. Okay? How are you supposed to build that hype? When he's like, hey man, yeah, man, I'm playing this new game, guys. It's so awesome. Guys, I want you to play. And they're like, oh, yeah, we'll take a look, man. Yeah, they demo the game, whatever. And they go online, and what do they see? A whole lot of nothing. They're like, oh, cool. Set 2's coming out in November. Well, tell me more about Set 2. I've got a small strip of unaligned blessing. Anything else? Do I have anything else? How long has this video been going? 11 minutes? So I got about 3 minutes left. Anything else? No! So they're just going to be like, what's that? The game's, whatever. Game's going to die, it's not going to last. A lot of people have been saying that, when the game first came out. Oh, this game is so small. It's not even tier 4, whatever. So it's kind of upsetting, but it's just like Playfusion could do a lot more. And like they said in the podcast, Will specifically, he said, Playfusion's a new company. I don't think that they know that they're supposed to do this. Maybe they don't know. Maybe they don't know how to market or something like that. They seem to have gotten a new marketing person. They have, what's her name? The brown hair. I just forgot her name suddenly. But they seem to have replaced Sophie. Sophie, she was, I think, the marketing person. They replaced her with, I just forgot her name suddenly. I just forgot her name. But you had Sophie, and I think she shuffled around in the company. I don't think they fired her or released her. But then they replaced her with, oh shoot, what was her name? Hold on, let me look that up. Now it's bothering me. But again, they're a new company, like Will said. Maybe they don't know that they're supposed to do this. I mean, I don't know how much more effort we need to put in to get them to know to do this. It's kind of annoying, in my opinion. What? I have no idea. What is it? How much more time do I have? 2 minutes? A minute and a half? Store. Jade. That's it. Jade Oakley. So Jade Oakley replaced Sophie, and they've hired other people. It's just, what are they doing? Why don't they know this? How much more do we need to tell them? I highly doubt they watch these videos. I have exactly a minute left. I don't know that. I highly doubt they watch these videos. I mean, they've got a lot to do. I think the last thing they're thinking about doing is watching a poorly edited video from a guy wearing this thing I bought from Walmart, because it's cold in this room, with a poor sound system. They're probably not worried about looking at those things or caring. But I don't know if they're listening to the podcast. I don't know. How much more time do I have? I have this thing in the way. Sorry, that's why I have to look behind. What's behind? 30 seconds, 20 seconds. Again, guys, I do want to thank you for watching. Post your thoughts below. Thoughts, gripes, complaints. I don't shill. That's why I don't shy away from these videos. I just don't normally make them. And I'll link the artist here. That's on your screen, painting Nagash.